Very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to eGTV Hearthstone League, and with us today is Group F in Season 1, Cycle 1. I'm Babel. Joining me today is Larc. How are you doing, bro?
I'm doing really good. Kind of recovered from my sickness a couple of days ago, just a bit. So feeling pretty excited. My body is ready for more Hearthstone action, man. Hello.
That's great. No, because I didn't realize that my headphones having a bit of problem. Anyway, just in case you guys are wondering, we have a very interesting schedule today, and that's Group F,
Mhm.
and we have a pretty exciting match also, I thought. The first match was actually supposed to be Clutch versus BCD Gavin, but because Clutch put a no-show, in fact, until
Mhm.
now, he is still uncontactable. We tried looking for him on Facebook, etc., but it's still not
Mhm.
coming back. So I guess BCD Gavin will get a free buy there, and that's a free 2-0 win for BCD Gavin. So anyway, going into this supposedly second match of this day, Allura versus Persona. Do you have any comments about this one here?
Well, Allura, a lot of people have been talking about him. We did get to see him in Hat SG, and he did a pretty decent job, I have to say. As for Persona, I'm hoping to see if the Pinoys can bring a little bit more power. We saw, I can't remember what his name was. I think it was Bingo or Bing, yeah, Bing. That's right, Bing from Group E, if I'm not mistaken, and he actually did a pretty good job with his decks, if I'm not mistaken, when he played not yesterday, on Wednesday. So I'm hoping that Persona has something to show us.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean it's gonna be a pretty exciting day, and Allura, he is kind of like in the top eight for a while, and all of a sudden, you know, he just never gotten any big tournament wins under his belt yet. But I believe he is gonna be able to come back very strong, and
Hmm.
that's something that I have absolute faith in. Meanwhile, what do you think is gonna happen today? Are you expecting a clean series, or do you think that you know Allura's gonna
Well,
have specifically to this series here?
specifically for this series, I think Allura should. I mean, he has experience. I think I think that's what he has going for him in terms of like the tournament, as compared to someone like Persona, because we've never seen Persona before. And I actually took a look at his deck. It's very different in my opinion. It's like a mix mash of a couple of unconventional cards. So I'm kind of interested to see how his decks actually fare against Allura's. But I think Allura's is just more of that standard kind of gameplay. So I definitely give a little bit more favor to Allura, but you never know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
It
and
could
that's
it could be a 2-1. Yeah.
it could be a 2-1 like you said before. Persona definitely having a lot of support from the Pinoy community, something that we definitely like to see. And back to the other flip side, Allura has got a lot of support from the Singapore community. This is definitely going to be an exciting series. That said, ladies and gentlemen, game one's going to start real soon. What other classes do you think they're going to start with?
Well, as for Allura, he has three decks. He has the Paladin, he has the Shaman, and the Druid. I think Druid is actually a good starter deck. You always want to open up with your stronger decks, especially in the best of three series. You know that if you can one up your opponent, you don't have to show your other decks so quickly. So you can actually hide that for your later competitors. But I think it seems like he's gonna start up with his Shaman instead. And as for Persona, he's gonna go with his Mage. And surprisingly, we haven't seen mages often.
Yeah, we haven't, and it's definitely very fun and happy to see some fireball action slinging across this board here. But anyway, a bit of introduction here. Persona from Philippines gonna be at the top side of this board. Allura from Singapore gonna be down south here. So, are we gonna see the same old all Singaporean story where in the past five groups it's all
Yeah,
Singaporeans that qualified? I know. I'm just hoping that
it's rigged.
I'm just hoping that we have a bit of a extra colors and flags coming into the Cycle One
Hmm.
playoffs, our first ever. In fact, the first ever tournament that we just organized ourselves here. So I want to
Yep,
have a
yep.
bit of diversity. Don't you agree?
Yes, definitely diversity is the main aim of the game. And I actually hope that one of the Pinoys can actually finally make it out of this group. But Allura is, like, I mean, a lot of people have been saying this. Allura is just one of those really strong players. So, like you said, top eight, man. It's kind of hard to beat.
Yeah, it is actually gonna be quite hard to beat. But still, I have a lot of faith in these Filipino players simply because they're good. But
Oh.
Stormforge X comes out there, and that's a pretty easy solution for Allura to handle most of this problem here.
Yeah, the thing is, I think he's thinking of coining into a feral spirit because he just wants to get some minions to the board. But having a Stormforge axe here is pretty much fine in my opinion. That's why I don't like playing the acidic swamp ooze so quickly. Because he could have I bet you Persona's gonna be kicking himself in after this, like when he sees, oh shit, Stormforge axe. Great.
Yeah, exactly. That's the bit of the bad news there. But anyway, um, Persona now will not have any minion on the board, and looking at his hand, he has got pretty good cards. It's just that it's not viable in this situation. Even if he throws the Cobra down there, Cobra's probably gonna take some tackling coming in from the Stormforge Axe. It may not kill him, but I guess it should be fine. That said, Allura can actually coin Feral Spirit here, and that's gonna provide a bit of a good grounding. The only problem is that the Cobra's gonna take one of the wolves away, unless he Rock Biter, which is again a bit of a waste if you ask me. You can silence it as well,
Yeah.
but there's
Nah, I
nothing
think
else
he
to
wants
do.
to. Yeah, he wants to save his silence for something else bigger here. And this situation, oh, interesting. If I were him, I would have actually just attacked the 2/3, so that at
Yeah,
least it dies if he tries to trade it with anything here.
exactly. And I guess that doesn't really make any difference in that previous sense because he can also just attack the Cobra at 2-1, which is right now. And for Persona, yep, there we go. The big Yeti comes out, and that's a turn 4 chewing Yeti for you guys. Value Yeti back in his house. Um, Allura now will have the opportunity to play something, and I think that he
Ooh,
can play. He cannot. He's mana locked really badly, so he cannot play
he
Feral Spirit
can.
again. He can have Peggle here.
If I was him, I would actually coin Manatite Totem. To be honest, because Nepigles. I
Yeah.
mean, both of the cards actually die to the Chowin Yeti, so you wanna make sure you get more card draw ASAP. You see
Oh,
there that he didn't get a hook, and ooh,
that Peggle
look at
got
that
burned.
fireball.
Peggle just
Yeah.
got burned there. He could have Mana Totem, which would ensure at least a free card,
Mhm.
and that
Rather
is
than wasting Peggle,
yeah,
so.
exactly. But still, even if he monetized there, it probably is gonna get burned. So I guess he just tried his RNG luck there, and it didn't really work out for him. But that should generally still
Mhm.
be fine. Now he is one mana shy of Fire Elemental. That's very regrettable because that would have been able to address the Yeti straight up. That means
Mhm.
also that he will not. He is very reluctant to play Feral Spirit because he gets mana lock next turn, and he cannot play Fire Elemental as well. It can buy him some time, but I don't think it's
Oh no.
exceptionally good. Now, if you place the Mana Totem, it I don't know. This is gonna give you more free card, but other than that, it's probably a bit of a bad play here.
Oh.
Okay, he's gonna Earthshock and
Okay,
pick it up.
he's.
Okay, it's not that bad now.
I would have actually. I don't know, man.
It's about the same
Using
play if you
a
think about it.
using a silence over there. Silence is always good for bigger minions. So
Agree, completely agree.
if, to be honest, I think the more safer player would have actually just have been Totem and
Oh, RNG Arcane
uh.
Missiles. Oh, there we go. The pink's gonna be able to pick it up. There we go. Mana Totem completely badly done.
Oh god. Yeah, this is the problem. This is why I prefer just getting a totem out first and
hmm
then passing the turn. So next turn you can actually just use the fire elemental, kill it off. You still have a weapon charge, and the turn after that you can start establishing a much more bigger board, so that things like
Oh god.
yeah, arcane missiles doesn't work. And now you see he is forced to use the fire elemental to the face, and that's not really what you want to use
Yep.
it for
Exactly.
this early into the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I normally disagree with using Fire Element to pick up minions instead, but anyway, now it seems like he is forced to play this play, and he could have went Gadgets on Auctioneer, but still it's not a very good one. Now it's up to Persona. He does have a Polymorph in his hand that he could
Mhm.
easily use here to address this Fire Elemental problem, which I think it's not a very big minion, but it is pretty respectable. The question is, does he
Yeah,
want to use it?
he's definitely. Oh wow, really? He's gonna use it? Huh. I would have saved that for things other than the fire elemental. To be honest, it's quite of a waste in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a little bit of waste there, but still, that's what I was trying to say. No, it's neither big nor
Hmm.
small. The fire elemental is something that is like dealing 6 damage, 5 health. It's not easy to
Yeah,
take down as well. That's why I think he decided to go for that. Anyway,
yeah. I think Allura's thinking of using the Black Knight here, but I think it's just gonna be a waste.
yeah, it's a waste.
Well, I mean the thing is he doesn't know what's in Persona's hand. I mean deck. So he doesn't know that Persona is running a Senjin Shield Master, so it
Oh
would
god. Oh
that would
god.
actually get more value out of the
The knight
Senjin.
is gonna
Yeah.
kill a mirror image. You kidding me, bro? No way. Okay, forget it, guys. Allura just. Okay, that's not a very bad play per se. It's just not
Yeah.
gonna help him a lot anyway. He can rock bite or something, pick up the 0-1, but it's probably not gonna work out here. And it's completely gonna crush him if Persona plays the Booty Bay Bodyguard or even the the Senjin
Hmm.
Shield Master in this play here. Um,
Ooh.
Generally, Mage have a bit of an occupational hazard, and that's to ping every 1/1 ships on the field. So I don't know if he's gonna do that.
He might like Persona is playing with what you call the standard mage deck. Like when you have no dust and no gold early game, and when you don't get the cards you want from packs,
Hmm.
it's a pretty bad deck in my opinion. But
He's
he's
making it work
actually
here.
yeah, he's making it work here. I mean, the thing is, you look at that. He establishes back board control. He's still 5 HP up from Allura, and Allura doesn't have anything. See, now here's the problem. Allura can't play the Gadgetson as well as the Unbound Elemental because he wants to at least play some spells here. So he's actually in a pretty tough spot.
Yeah, I would go with
He,
Unbound and Feral Spirit, just because it's gonna help him buy some time.
Mhm.
And I think he's worried the Persona's hand is a Flame Strike, which is why he's not opting for more minions, but instead going for
Yep.
Gajisan Auctioneer. That's one of
Yep.
the main reasons why he's gonna play that. He can Hex here, but that's not gonna be the value play. Of course, going for Feral Spirit also gives him extra card draw, so that's pretty respectable as well. It's just that Unbound is not gonna be very fat for that.
Yeah. If he was gonna use a spell like that, he could have
Oh,
actually
but
just
look
gone
at
with a
that Flame
Rock
Strike
Rider.
top deck though, guys.
Oh,
Top deck
wow.
stone.
Top deck stone.
This is a no-brainer right now. Yeah, Allura
Easy
is just
gaming.
so unlucky. Allura. He's gonna take 6 damage this
Yeah.
turn. Oh no, yeah, 6 damage this turn. And
Yeah, 6 damage.
this is just bad luck
This
coming in.
this is an easy flame strike. Doesn't even need to think about it. It's an instant use of the spell right there. Look at that. No value at all. See, the thing is, if he unbound elemental there, and even if he used the feral spirit, he would have still lost all the minions because then he would have to. Because then Persona would still be able to ping the unbound elemental. So, in my opinion, if he wanted to go with the safer play, was to use the spells, was for him to actually just rock a biter weapon and kill off the uh kill off the what do you call this the Senjin. Wait, did he have two? No, he didn't. Hold on. No, I'm insane. Yeah, if he had two rock biters, he could have just done that and killed off the Senjin, or maybe even just used the silence plus the rock biter to kill off the Senjin and still get a card or the lightning bolt, or I don't know, man. Because
Oh god.
right now, yeah, right now it's he's forced to hex the Senjin.
Which is completely bad. Normally you want to save that for bigger minions, like even the Booty Bay Bodyguard. That's I think it's gonna show its appearance here. But still, Fireball can come in, and the mage seems to be throwing spells down the minion's way, but it's still somehow working out for Persona here. Allura, I would just say that he doesn't have much traction coming from his Shaman deck here. It's just really bad because he
Mhm.
has the card in his deck, but it's just not coming out, and it's just always getting every single thing he throws on the board gets addressed.
Yeah, looking at Persona's mage deck, he he still hasn't drawn either of his Frostbolts. He has only drawn one Fireball. He doesn't have a he doesn't have what do you call this Pyroblast.
Hmm.
So if he goes for Fireball to the face, he will actually put himself back by a lot. But it's a good thing he decided to go with the much more safer plan. That's just to kill off the Unbound, so it doesn't get keep buffed up and just throw down the Booty Bay.
Yeah. All right. So he plays the Booty Bay here, which is okay, and finally something respectable comes out. That's a Flame Tongue with the that's a double Flame Tongue on a Snake Totem. So that's actually a bit weird play because after the snake dies, which it will die in this turn. Oh, but look at the Flame Strike again.
Another Flame Strike. Yeah, Allura is
This is
pretty much
painful.
screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is just so painful.
And here's the funny thing. Allura has
Oh
actually
god.
much more legendaries and rare cards as compared to Persona. Persona is just making use of your standard standard mage deck and he's owning him. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Oh god.
He can lightning bolt and earth shock here to pick out the 5/4 just to make sure that he stays alive a bit longer. He gets a healing totem,
Ooh, he did.
not
Uh,
necessarily what he wants.
yeah.
I'm against using Rob Biter on the shaman here because that's gonna mean that he's gonna have to take extra 5 damage. So I mean, Allura still he had the card advantage, but it kind of just got thrown down the window here. So it's
Yeah.
Arcane
Oh my god.
Explosion. That means that the healing totem is dead, and we are basically down to a top deck situation with Allura at about 8 health
Yeah.
and Persona. Let's just check through his deck to see if he has
He's
got that.
25 health.
Do you think that Allura has got a Pyroblast?
No, I said it earlier. He doesn't have a Pyroblast, so he's
Okay.
actually gonna be in I mean, the thing is, he's already done so much damage, and he's still sitting behind 2 taunts. And right now, Persona doesn't have anything to help him. Look at that. He gets a Sun Fury Protector, and Allura only has 2 Rock Biter weapons in his hand.
Oh.
So he's actually in a super tough situation.
Yeah.
I like this play here to actually kill off the spell damage in case there's anything like that. But I don't know, man. Persona
but a
is
Hex
actually.
though.
Yeah, Hex is good, but here's the thing: he still doesn't have a minion on the board, and Persona is gonna just keep pinging him down until he dies, and he's down to 7 life, and he's still, Persona still has 25 life, so it's insane. Oh my god, yeah.
Okay, Missile.
Oh, actually, I would have actually just pinged the 1/1 first, but never mind. He's still doing a lot of damage here, so that's actually really good for him.
Yeah, well, now Allura is in a
finally.
There's very bad feedback, bro. Just saying.
Okay.
Anyway,
I don't know why.
Something wrong with your settings. Confirm. When you mute,
No.
when you mute, I'm fine. That's right. I see. Now I'm fine.
I didn't mute.
Now it's good. Now it's good. I don't know what to do, but just keep doing it. Anyway.
No, because I was close to the computer. I don't know why. For some reason.
You should stop kissing your screen.
Here we go. That's it. That's game. That top deck.
Oh yeah.
Fire nice. There you go.
Unfortunately, it seems like Persona got some traction there. I mean, this is a no-brainer, man. You're gonna throw the Frostbolt in his face and win the first game. Yeah, he got it. There we go. Allura's down. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, first game goes to Persona. And Allura, unfortunately for him, he finally got some minion on the board, but it's just so cute to see that the same mirror entity, or the mirror image, that little mirror reflection there, the 0-2, still managed to survive more than, like, I don't know, 6 turn.
Yeah. It's hilarious. His standard no cost crafting mage deck beat the shit out of the shaft. 25 life, man.
RNG happens, guys.
RNG happens. Plus, Allura's really unlucky, and he had very super questionable plays, in my opinion. You could have gotten a lot more card draw, and if you had the card advantage, you definitely would have won there, because he has a lot of strong cards. It's just that I don't know. It's just questionable plays, in my opinion, there from Allura. He could have won that game, but yeah, RNG is just too strong. Plus the fact that this, kind of standard mage deck, when you have no dust and cards you get from packs, basically rapes you with cards on the board. So yeah.
Yeah, that's the case. That's it. We're looking at his second game here. Persona 1-0. Allura in a bit of a bad spot. He needs to win the next 2 series. Just make sure he doesn't have any, penalty or anything that signifies that he's gonna have a bit of a bad standing in his group here. Do note that now Clutch still hasn't checked in yet, so it could be a 3-man group here that we're looking at today. And that's gonna mean that every single match is just so much more important.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's just one less of a opponent to deal with. But Persona, whoa, he took one deck off Allura, and now Allura's gonna go with his druid. I said this earlier before. He should have just gone with his druid deck, in my opinion. But at least he's gonna go for it now. He has both the Wrath and the Swipe. I think him keeping the Swipe here is kind of okay. So at least he's able to deal with all those very very crazy minions that this mage deck actually puts forth. Now, Persona has an option here to actually coin and put out his Geomancer, but he doesn't want to. Neither does he want to use the mirror image, which is actually, I don't know. I guess throwing that down is fine. Like, what is a druid actually gonna do to you? Wrath the mirror image? I mean, just utilize his mana if he doesn't want to do anything at turn 1. So yeah, interesting play here. He's actually gonna ping the Ancient Watcher.
Oh, it's a double Watcher. So the thing is
he
that
just needs to throw down. Oh
my
god.
He just needs to set it up for a Defender of Argus, and this is gonna be so hard to kill.
Yep. Like Flame Strike is not even gonna. Like, here he has. Yeah, here he has to play a minion.
Yeah, he
You know,
has to get something on the board. But the good news about the Watchers that they can't attack, so they're just there watching.
mm-hmm.
But for Persona, he just doesn't have the best cards in hand as well. I would say that it is like what you said previously. It's good to throw down the mirror
What?
image. Oh wow, and going for the aesthetic storm moves down the middle there. It's like a mini Defender of Argers. But anyway,
The,
the real deal
the
is gonna
thing is,
come out here.
why would he now only spend the extra? I mean, now like let's say turn one he played down the mirror image.
Hmm.
Turn two if I'm not mistaken, turn two he pinged the ancient watcher, and then turn three he played the acidic swamp boost plus the mirror image. So I don't know. His turn three could actually also been used for I mean, his turn two could actually been used for things like coin uh into a draw rather than pinging the 4/4. Right,
Yeah.
because if Defender of Argus comes out here, it's still gonna be a four. It's that 4/4 still gonna be 4/5. You see this is gonna happen right now.
5/5.
Sorry, a 5/5. Yeah, and that doesn't die to the flame strike unless you have spell damage. Now his option here is he could actually I think he's sitting behind taunts, so he has to play minions and build up the board so that when he gets his flame strike removal, he will be able to clear off the board, and then at least he has minions on his side. So I think I think he's gonna coin Nightblade here. Interesting. No, he's gonna Arcane Intellect, and then okay, he gets a Frostball, he gets a Fireball. Yeah, those are pretty good removal spells here. He could. Oh, okay, he's going to ping the 5/5, and then he's gonna Frostbolt that later or something.
Yeah, anyway, the hand cams are fixed now, and it's back to Allura's side. Allura having double swipe there, but I just like this Watcher play here because it's just providing so much value in the
Hmm.
fact that it's just like the Great Wall of China if you look at it that way.
Yeah, it really is. It is the Great Wall of China, and the thing is, but the funny thing is here is that Allura doesn't really have many minions. He does at least have a Harvest Golem in his hand.
Hmm.
I believe this is gonna draw a card. No, he's actually gonna use Wrath to
Yeah,
instantly kill
that's
it.
that's
Huh.
questionable.
That's
The,
questionable. I would use it to draw a card, hero power up, and yeah.
Okay, let me explain why it's questionable. Because he's hiding behind two very big and thick ancient Watcher, and the Defender Argus is
Yeah.
pretty much safe. And even if there is something coming out, it cannot be a bot clip because it's only turn 5. The opponent doesn't have the coin, so even if Blizzard comes out, it's perfectly fine. Going for extra card draw would in fact give him a bit of a better lead, but he opts to um, give his wall a bit more support by knocking off the aesthetic storm moves, which is fine, not that bad, but it would have died anyway. So yeah.
Hmm. Very questionable. Now he has an option. He can actually play his Shield Bearer plus the what do you call this? Plus the Water Elemental here. But it seems like he wants a frost. Okay, he's thinking about this because he knows the Ancient Watchers can attack. So as long as he gets rid of the other minions, then he should be alright in protecting his 0/2. But the problem with that is Harvest Golem is still gonna kill it anyways. So why not just play a minion while you're at it?
Yeah, exactly. So that's the question there. But anyway, Frostbolt to
Yeah.
Defender Argus, and that's gonna somewhat help the situation a bit. The Defender Argus is one of two minions on the board that could really attack out of the four. So I would say that going for more defender-ish definitely the way here for the
Mm.
mage because he doesn't have anything and it looks pretty grim. But yeah, you just need to set up a strong wall until your minions start coming out and they can flow through. But what he doesn't know is that there's double swipe in Allura's hand, and that's
Yep.
very, very devastating.
Yeah. It really is. Although I definitely don't think he wants to double swipe face now. Seeing as to how Persona has a lot of cards in hand. He gets a Spellbreaker. Now that's actually pretty alright. If he wants, the thing is, he shouldn't Spellbreak it to 0/2. Please do not Spellbreak a 0/2. Okay, he's gonna actually Spellbreak his own Ancient Watcher. It loses the buff, but at least it gets the ability to attack, which I
Yeah.
think is still fairly alright, especially seeing as to how he wants to quickly start dishing out damage before he gets board cleared or board wiped from things like a Flame Strike.
This is
So
very
it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, this is very dangerous because he could effectively deal 18 damage next turn against Persona. Persona, on the other hand, is actually gonna just Fireball down one Watcher, which is fine, and
Ooh.
it's a bit
Yeah.
of a waste really. But the good thing about Allura's play is that he forces Persona to throw fireballs at the minions instead of him, so that's gonna make sure that his health point is somewhat a bit safer as compared to most of these mages that just throw fireball at your face and it's completely sad.
Yeah. I don't get the shield bearer play. It's just gonna delay one more attack. Yeah, like he's taking 3 damage here, and I don't
Yeah.
think there's a necessity for Allura to actually play the Sun Fear Protector.
You see, actually the Watcher kind of survived for 7 turns already. That's the power of a minion. It
Hmm.
is really not very I mean the presence is not very strong, but it's still a Great Wall of China there, and with the Defender Argus Con on it, it's just something that Persona's gonna have to cut through, and he only has a very small pocket knife in his hand right now, and that's not even gonna leave any dent on that Ancient Watcher. That's the problem here.
Yeah, he definitely needs to draw his Flame Strike, in my opinion.
Yeah, he needs a
He
Flame
needs
Strike.
his he needs his Flame Strike if he wants to get back into this game.
Yeah, and
If he at least gets that, then he should be fine. Look at that swipe value is gonna come out here, kill
oh yeah.
off the 3-1 with his hero power, and hit
He's not
face for
gonna
6.
even take any health damage there, but yeah, so it's like 6 damage every single turn. Allura's in such a good spot. Back to Persona, he's got like 4 cards in hand, doesn't have any minion on the board, so for sure Allura's got this very strong advantage right now. He needs the Flame Strike, but it's not here, so no value for him yet.
Uh, Here, yeah, he has to Arcane Intellect. He has no choice. He needs to quickly get us some draws. He's not out of this game just yet, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Because if you look at Allura's hand, yeah, he still has Yeti plus Unfair Protector plus another swipe and Savage War. He still hasn't gotten his Force of Nature, which is probably just waiting for a while. He's actually gonna Fireball the 4/3, huh? Arcane Missile's gonna come out, and I believe, nope,
The Golem's still not
not
dead yet. Yeah.
yeah, Golem's still not dead. Nothing is none of the Arcane
Oh,
Missiles hit the 5/3. Oh, look at this.
here
This
comes
is
Kando.
perfect.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's like the upsized version of the Harvest Golem. It's so much value in that one there. You're definitely gonna. I mean, I would play it if I'm Allura this turn. I would play it in Cane Bloodhoof, and then I would also, I don't know. I guess go Hero Power Hit Face. You're breathing very
Yeah.
loud into the mic.
Sorry, yeah. I think that's the only option for him here.
Larc, what's
He
wrong with your
can.
mic, man?
He.
It's
No,
screwing up.
nothing wrong with my mic. Okay, nothing wrong with it. He has to. Yeah, he definitely has to attack there, and I think. Hmm. Yeah, that's just. Yeah, I think that's his only play, anyways. But for Persona here, it's kind of too late for him to keep the. I know for a fact he wants to play his Emperor Cobra. See, had he saved the Shield Bearer, he would have been able to use it, protect the 2/3 so he can kill off the 5/3, and he would be able to slowly kill off the 4/6. But now the 4/6, the 4/5, the Carrying Bloodhoof. But
He's going
look
for
at
the
this.
finisher here. There we go.
Yep, Savage Roar.
That's 12. Just nice. It seems
Yep,
like Urel's gonna
that's
be able
enough.
to tie this out one apiece. And it's game here, guys. 1-1.
Really nothing else to say. I mean, if Allura had lost this game as well, faith in Allura gone
Maybe Allura
instantly.
exceptionally gone. There we go. Yeah. And it's not really Persona's fault, but I felt that he just was very unlucky. There was no Flame Strike, nothing at all that can come in and even signify that it's a chance to come back into this game. But that's it. We're up for game 3 here. Larc, what do you think Persona's gonna use next? Looking at his deck list.
Looking at his deck list against the Druid, let's see, he has a Warrior, he has a Mage, and he has a Shaman. His Shaman is probably gonna, like, you always want to go Shaman against the Druid if, like, much more better chances. And looking at his Warrior deck, it's kind of insane. It's very weird. Like, there's, the quick aggro, but at the same time, there's, like, things to slow it down. Like, he has Defender of Argus, he has things like Dread Corsair, he has a Senjin as well, he's an Abomination, he has a Gurubashi, Sunwalker, I don't know, it's pretty insane. So,
Yeah.
I think he's planning to go with his Warrior deck here,
Okay. Anyway,
instead of his Shaman.
a bit of a interesting news for you guys, and that's the mage deck that we just saw coming from Persona is called Mahika, and now this warrior deck is called Bardagul, which is I don't know what the hell that language is. I think is it
I have
Tagalog? I don't know. Is it
yeah,
Tagalog?
it probably is, but don't ask me because I had no clue
You're not a true
about.
Filipino. You gotta be kidding me.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Philippines or
Yeah.
Tagalog language. So yeah,
What a fake dude.
yeah. Born in Malaysia. Can you blame me for that? But
No,
yeah.
I cannot blame you for that, but I'm still hearing echo, and I can blame you for echo because I'm the one streaming. So if I hear it, it's definitely going into the stream again. That's really bad production value. People's gonna be
The thing is,
screwing us over. But
I don't hear it in stream to be honest.
I don't know, but I do on my headset. That's why I
That's your
the ghost
headset.
of Babel. Anyway,
It's not
game
on the,
3,
it's not on
guys.
stream.
Yeah, game 3.
Yeah.
We got Bardagul up against Allura's very own Twisted Ancients. Oh, I like the way Allura names his decks, man. Twisted Ancients, Ether
Yeah.
Storm, Divine Aegis. I don't know what the hell he get that idea from, but
Well, twisted. What was it? Twisted Ancients
Ancients.
is because of Ancients of Lore, Ancient of War kind of deck.
Did he
You know
have the Ancient
the.
of War in his deck?
Let me take a quick look at his deck list here. Let's see, his Druid, right? Has
Yep.
no.
Yeah, so it's
He only has
just
the Ancient of Lore.
it's a very misleading name, guys. There is not much ancients in this ancient.
Twisting Ancients because maybe as well as the Ancient Watcher. Yeah. Ancient
Eh,
Watcher,
alright,
Ancient
alright.
Lore,
I'll give you
Ancient of
that.
Lore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
That,
as for his Shaman Aether Storm is because you have like lightning storms, you have your fire, not your fire, sorry, your fire elementals, Aether, fire, ice, lightning, thunder kind of thing. I actually have no clue what the fuck Aether is to be honest. But anyways, just quickly looking back at this game here. Persona gets the ooze out plus a Fairy War Axe. I'm just gonna go for face. He should
Mhm.
probably attack as well.
Yeah.
He doesn't need to save the weapon. If he wants to go like instant kill, like let's kill right now, she should probably just go quick. The thing is, his deck is insane. His deck is pretty weird. Like
I don't know
there's
what Stay Bomb
there's
doing there
early
if you're
game,
asking me.
yeah, there's early game aggression. Then there's like suddenly taunts. So maybe he might want to play the control game. I guess he can save his axe here and just end the turn.
I don't know, it could be a confused warrior. But I did a bit of
Hmm.
research into warrior yesterday night, and I realized the warrior you generally there's two ways to go about it. The first way is that you can play very early and rage angry minions. The other way is to control the game so much so that towards the late game, when you have 8 or 9 mana, you can
Oh,
combo something very big like a
yeah.
raging
Is
warrior kind of stuff.
This play is actually not bad. The fact that he attacked into the Ancient Watcher, because he can still kill it off. He can play his own Senjin after this, which will protect his 3/2.
Yeah.
And Sun Fury Protector is gonna die, so he's able to clear the board. So yeah, I actually like that play there. Because I think he knows already how Allura's Druid deck works, and keeping Ancient Watchers on the board sometimes is not always a good thing because if it gets taunted up, right, you're gonna lose a lot of your stronger minions later on.
Yeah, exactly. So I think he definitely needs to clear the Ancient Watcher. The
Yep.
bad news is that it takes 8 damage in total, but that should not be too much of a problem for Warrior. That's just born to take
Yep.
damage.
Yeah. Born to take damage and born to defend against it. Plus, I think it's pretty fine for him. Now, Allura has a couple of options here. He can.
He can silence the 3/5 with the Keeper of the Grove and go for the the 3/2 with the 2/3.
Yeah, or he could also just coin out a Druid of the Claw if he wants to be a little bit more protective. But it's kind of hard to say though.
Or he can just Moonfire the 3/2 straight up. That's definitely a bit of a value there because he's gonna be able to deal 2 damage onto the Senjin Shield Master, which is fine. It's gonna be 2/3 there. I guess he's just deciding what's his best play here, and this is a very key moment because mid game you don't want to lose the tempo. But for Persona, we look at his decks, we can tell for sure that he has the luxury to innerate his Senjin Shield Master to do like I don't know 6 damage next turn, and he can opt for rush, but I, I I think he will not do that because he's got like Harvest Golem and the Abomination in his hand, so he's definitely gonna have to take some time to think about those control minions there.
Yep. 1 second, I think my team viewer just crashed.
Yeah, you
So.
crashed. Everything's still fine here on stream, so don't worry about it. But here comes the bear form. So Allura opting to go for bear form. That's all right. He can still He will just end turn and not attack. Okay, that's fair. So the Ooze will stay alive. In fact, he is counting on the Ooze as well as the Senjin to run into the bear form Druid here, which is okay. It's not that bad really. Now back to Persona. I would play the Emperor Cobra because that's such a value card, and I would. The bad news is that I cannot give it charge because if I can, it probably is going to be able to take out the bear form, and again, the value is going to be so much more for Persona. But because he cannot do that, it's in a very iffy kind of situation right now. He can play Harvest Golem here, which is going to provide a bit more control to this board, which he needs. But the real problem is getting behind the bear and getting the bear killed and going for the Sun Free Protector, which he needs to address very soon. Because if it doesn't address that, probably it's gonna die to a the his engine is probably gonna die to the bear next turn anyway. So yeah, and he's gonna kill the bear first, sacrificing the Ooze. Allura can then use his hero power to address the 3/1 using the 2/3 to make a bit of a presence there. But generally, the Harvest Golem play is so good because Allura don't have anything that can really address both the Golem here. He doesn't have Swipe in his hand, the Harvest Golem and the Harvest Bot. That's the bad news there. And I believe Larc just died, so don't worry, he's gonna be back real soon. Babael gonna be here to accompany you guys for a short while. But anyway, Moonfire gonna address the Senji Chillmaster, and the Sign Free Protector opting to go for face because he cannot kill the Harvest Golem. Now back to Persona. Persona's hand picks up a Heroic Strike. That's gonna be the default answer towards the Heap of the Grove there. Very much a valuable play. He can also go for Abomination. That's gonna provide substantial control because the 2/4 probably is going to be in a bit of a bad shape there going into the Abomination. His only bad play here, as in the only card that can counter the Abomination, is if Allura picks up a Swipe, and that's a big if. Allura don't have a Swipe right now. Now if Allura plays the Defender of Argus and he uses his hero power, he can deal effectively 4 damage to the Abomination, but in return he's going to take 3 damage, and the Keeper of the Grove is going to be down to about, it's going to be 3/5, so I would say maybe, yep, it's probably going to die. Yeah. But at least his Sun Free Protector is going to be fine. But Allura will have trouble dealing with the with the Harvest Golem at the very end there. And considering the fact that Persona's just going for face here, which effectively ties both players' health to just about 22 right now. So yeah, Allura, oh, he gets a lucky swipe, so that's a default answer there. Just needs to swipe the bomb, and or you can swipe the, oh yeah, definitely gonna swipe the bomb here. There's no way you can swipe the golem, that's completely retarded. So yeah, and then he can now use his 2/4 or his 2/1 to do something about it. Or hero power, yeah, hero power is great here because of a lucky top deck swipe. He's gonna be able to deal 4 damage to Persona. Persona just got really unlucky there. Allura with a very good top deck. So now back to Persona. Persona can play a few things here. He can play the Emperor Cobra, but it's probably not going to give him much value. He can charge it up real good, and that's gonna be Emperor Cobra that could deal like, I don't know, probably 3 plus 2, 5 damage, 4 damage plus inner reach, maybe about 6 damage to the face, but it's not gonna be a finisher there. The thing about Persona is that he will not want to use the Heroic Strike because it doesn't have much value in this instance here, which is why I would have played a Heroic Strike in the previous turn to address the Keeper of the Grove, and straight up deny the possibility of having it as a problem right now in this turn. But he decided to armor up there, which is a bit respectable, but it's just buying time. Not sure the sense of direction, how it's gonna be like. Back to Allura's hand. Allura gets a Druid of the Claw, something that could really help him, but the bear form in this instance is not gonna be the play. I would say that going for hero power as well as Sun Free Protector onto the Emperor Cobra is definitely gonna be what he wants here. He can after that play Druid of the Claw in the bear form. That's gonna provide some traction there against the Lepinome, and he will be able to deal 2 free damage coming in from the Keeper of the Grove onto the Persona. But the thing is that the Persona Warrior here, or rather our good friend I don't know, how do you pronounce his deck again? Let me just check. The Babael, yeah, oh god, Babael. Yeah, it's Babael there is probably in a pretty bad shape. So yeah, he does have the ability to armor up every turn, so he should generally be fine. He's just buying some time. Let's see what Persona gets here. Persona gets a very interesting shield block. So shield block's gonna give him card draw. There is nothing else could probably do here. He's gonna get 1 Fiery War X. That's not gonna really cut it. I would say Heroic Strike here is going to be good for him. Heroic Strike plus Lepinum into the bear. At least it's going to be able to address the 2-4 problem. Since he already armor up 5, he should generally be fine. He can also Heroic Strike plus his Fairy War X, which is what I just did here, just to deal substantial damage onto the bear. It deals 7 damage, and the 2-1 can kill the Keeper of the Grove, which by far is going to mean that the board is completely empty by the end of this turn. Yeah, this play is not bad, except that the fact that he kind of wasted Heroic Strike, which could have been a very nice finisher. Oh, actually going for face there, so he's not going to kill the 2-2, which effectively is going to die. I don't agree with that play, because anytime Allura can hero power and address the 2-1, the 2-2 on the other hand is going to be able to go for face here, which means that effectively Persona is going to be down by 1 health. Maybe even more if the Defender Argus comes out here. The Defender Argus is probably not going to be able to save the Keeper of the Grove, but what Allura wants is to set up very good support for Nat Pagel here. So he can go for Defender Argus onto both the Keeper of the Grove as well as the 4-5, making it to the 5-6. And now the 3-3 can go for face, and that's going to be 13 health Bard Al Ghul there, Persona's Warrior. And Persona is going to pick up the Sun Walker, which is a very lucky top deck for him. Now, he can charge it up very nicely, which means that there is going to be value in the Divine Shield. And he can also use that to pick off the 5-6. The thing is, does he realize he's got a Bleedy? That's the question here. He's going to armor up, which is a bit regrettable. I would just charge up my Sun Walker, and to pick off the 5-6. But I guess he's not going to do that. What he doesn't realize is that Allura can always hero power to pop the shield, and then the 5-6 can pick up the Sun Walker, which previously wouldn't die, but now he will. So, well, effectively, Lepinum commits suicide, and Allura's gonna be down to about 14 health, but that's not too bad. Now what Allura can do is he can Nat Pagel into a Defender of Argus just to provide a bit more lead here. He's just waiting for a lucky force of nature to finish off this game. But the real question is, what can he do here? And I would say that Allura he's in a pretty good spot, really, but he's counting if he has lethal. Nope, I don't think so. He's just gonna pop the shield down to about 11 health. A bit dangerous, but he's hiding behind a very strong Yeti. That should be fine. He can also Ancient of Law for extra cut draw already. That's okay, but I guess hiding behind taunts gonna be what he wants here because he's down to about 11 health. And Persona on the flip side is I mean, he's just not in a fantastic position right now, but he should generally be. I don't know. I just don't see him winning the series right now because the Defender Argus, even the Yeti, is gonna stay alive there. He should have just charged him into that, but it's fine. He's gonna deal Whirlwind here for sure, just to kill the Yeti. But he is still gonna die next turn because there's Savage Roar. This is why you should just man up and charge up your Sunwalker. It is definitely gonna be able to kill the Yeti there, and he should still be alive right now. He did not have to armor up that turn. I feel that he was just having a bad play. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Allura is going to win this series here. And that means that he is up 2-1 in this whole series and up 2 points in this group here. Do note, Clutch hasn't checked in yet, so it's going to be a 3-man group. We have Persona, Allura, and BCD Gavin. Next game is going to be a very interesting one. So the winner of this series effectively is going to be Allura. And we're just very excited to proclaim that the Singapore legend is still standing. And he did have a bit of a problem there against Persona, but Persona wasn't able to, step forward in the game, and it's a bit regrettable. That's it, Babael here. Larc completely dead. I'm not sure when he's going to come back or if he is able to come back. I think his internet just died there. I'm going to check my WhatsApp, but anyway. Hope you guys enjoyed this. A bit of a solo cast for the later half, but we're going to be back with the next game, and I do believe that's going to be between BCD Gavin as well as is it Allura? Let me just check. Yeah, BCD Gavin Persona. So it's gonna be a pretty exciting day. And yeah, Babael here. See you guys for more Group F action. Sorry.